friends, welcome back. Today we are going to read about the Indian Legislature. In India, we have government at two levels, the center and the state. The government at both these levels has three branches. The legislature is the branch that makes new laws. The executive is the branch that gives effect to the laws. And the judiciary is the branch that makes sure everything happens according to the law. Types of legislatures. In India, there are two types of legislatures. A bicameral legislature has two chambers or houses, an upper house and a lower house. A unicameral legislature has only one house. The central legislature, known as the parliament, is bicameral. It consists of the President of India and the two houses of parliament. Its lower house is called the Lok Sabha, House of the People, and its upper house is called the Rajya Sabha, Council of States. The members of the two houses are called members of parliament, MPs. The legislature of a state consists of the governor of the state and the house of the state legislature. It may be unicameral or bicameral. In a bicameral state legislature, the lower house is called the Vidhan Sabha or the Legislative Assembly. The upper house is called the Vidhan Parishad or the Legislative Council. The members of a Legislative Assembly are called MLAs, and the members of a Legislative Council are known as MLCs. Lower house, elections. People choose their representatives through elections. Elections are also called polls. Elections to a lower house of legislature are usually held once every 5 years. A candidate may represent a political party or be an independent or non-party candidate. Voting is done by secret ballot. In this system, the ballot cast by each voter remains secret. The candidate who gets the highest number of votes becomes the representative of the constituency in the lower house of legislature. Who conducts the elections? Elections to the Indian legislature are conducted by the Election Commission. The Election Commission fixes the dates of elections and marks out the constituencies. It sets up polling booths where people cast their votes. It also provides ballot papers with electronic voting machines through which voters register their choice. Who can choose members? All Indian citizens above the age of 18 have the right to vote to elect their representatives. This is called universal adult franchise. The names of those who can vote are recorded in the voters list. The President of India may nominate or appoint up to 2 members from the Anglo-Indian community to the Lok Sabha if there are not enough elected members to represent the community. Who can be a member? To become a member of a lower house of legislature, a person must be a citizen of India, must be at least 25 years old, must not be bankrupt or mentally unsound, and must not hold any government job. Presiding officer. The newly elected members elect from among themselves a presiding officer called the Speaker. The Speaker conducts the proceedings of the House and maintains order within the House. He can exercise his own casting vote only in case of a tie. At the end of a debate, the Speaker may take a vote on the issue. The members also elect a Deputy Speaker who conducts the proceedings of the House in the Speaker's absence. Upper House. Elections. The upper house is never dissolved. In other words, it is not officially broken up after a fixed term to be formed anymore. 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. Elections are then held for these vacancies. Each new member is selected for a term of 6 years. Who can choose members? Elected MLAs, elected members to represent their states in the Rajya Sabha. In a state legislative council, 1/3 of the members are elected by the MLAs of the state. 1/3 are elected by the members of local government bodies like municipalities, district boards, and so on. 1/12 is elected by university graduates living in the state. 1/12 are elected by teachers of secondary school, colleges, and universities. The remaining 1/6 are nominated by the governor of the state from among persons who have excelled in the spheres of art, literature, social work, etc. Who can be a member? To become a member of an upper house of legislature, a person must be a citizen of India, must be at least 30 years old, must not be bankrupt or mentally unsound, and must not hold any government job. Presiding officer. A chairman presides over an upper house of legislature. The Vice President of India is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. He is an ex officio chairman because he holds this post by virtue of his office. In his absence, the deputy chairman presides. The members of the Rajya Sabha elect the deputy chairman from among themselves. How the legislature works. The legislature has to meet at least twice a year. Each meeting of the parliament is summoned and also closed by the President of India. The meetings of a state legislature are summoned and closed by the governor of the state. Each specific time periods like the question hour, 0 hour, etc. are fixed for carrying out different functions. Question hour. Usually, the legislature begins its day's work with the question hour. The members send questions in advance to the various ministers who give their replies during this hour. Debates over the ministers' replies often help reveal mistakes of the government. 0 hour. During the 0 hour, the members of the legislature hold debates on issues of public interest. Ordinances. An urgent need to pass a law may arise when the parliament is not in session. In such a situation, the president may issue an ordinance. It is an order carrying the effect of a law. However, if the parliament, after reassembling, does not declare it to be valid within 6 weeks, the ordinance becomes invalid. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll meet again soon. Thank you.